Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the NAMAH from Mojave Tattoos, and I'm about to make a little small clip, talk about tattoos, talk about drama, certain things that happen in the tattoo industry and field, um, and just basic things about tattoo. So, I am the NAMAH from Mojave Tattoos. And I started Mojave Tattoos approximately 3 years ago, going on 4 years. Actually, I started Mojave Tattoos actually not 3 years ago. I actually started Mojave Tattoos like about 2 years ago or a year ago, something like that. And I just started with the title Mojave Tattoos because um, I did it based on certain type of information and certain types of wording and vocabulary that I like, and I came up with that title, Mojave Tattoos. And Mojave stands for divine on earth, divinity on earth. And I know it's in a different language, but that's pretty much what it means, divinity on earth, tattoos. And so, divine on earth tattoos, if you were to translate it, and it's in Sanskrit language. It's in Devangari. So the reason why I keep on looking this way is because I'm looking at the sign that's right by me. So I started Mojave Tattoos. I started tattooing about 3 years, 3.5 years ago. I stated it before. I've said it before, and I've also decided to be Prop 215 and 420 friendly. One of the reasons is because I'm part of the movement of Prop 215. One of the reasons to why there is medicine, why there's cannabis, ganja. I got involved, and so I just decided to just mix it in and integrate it and just make it happen for people, for patients, and whatever whatever it takes to be on the positive side and be positive about, have positive views about certain things that I believe in. So I'm Prop 420 friendly. It's on my banner. My banner's on the little bookshelf that I bought, and it's just hanging right there. So you know, I'm Prop 215 and 420 friendly, like I said. And I'm deciding to do things in a certain way because I'm more comfortable with it. I can relate more to these kind of people, and I just happen to get along better with these kind of people. So I like doing tattoos. I'm an artist. I've been drawing for quite a while, a little bit over 5, 10 years or so, something like that. But I picked up tattooing because I know I could draw. I know I learned certain things about drawing and how to draw, light sources. So when it comes to artwork, I won't really say 5, 10 years ago. I'll just say more like, I decided to tattoo because I know how to draw and I can draw, and that's the main reason why I started to tattoo. One of the other reasons to why is because I had a lower back injury, so I was having a difficult time getting a job. I was having a difficult time, thinking that I could actually be in a job. So I decided to come up and start doing tattoos, and I created my own little self, employment or little career thingy. And well, after a while, I decided to pursue it as a career, and I decided to go professional. I'm going professional, and it's all based on certain type of artwork that I could do. But I'm actually taking it more serious. I'm actually pursuing it as a career. So when it comes to bloodborne pathogens, cross contamination, the safeties about tattooing, I'll make sure that all that's included in my career, and it's because I decided to just be more serious about what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna be tattooing. So in doing so, I just want to go ahead and just make a little video and just talk about what I'm gonna talk about. I'm from San Jose, California, like I said, and I'm home-based tattoo artist. I try to be out there. I try to go to a shop. I was thinking of doing an apprentice before too, and because it was just so difficult, and it's just really hard to get into places sometimes. You know, I had to take my apprenticeship online. I had to I had to find ways to be able to build up what I needed to build up to be able to get into a shop. So, putting my portfolio together and making sure that I had really nice pictures was very important. And I came to making my portfolio. I came to doing and taking the steps that I needed to take to be out there. And all of that was just, it wasn't really working out for me. So, due to the fact that I was in certain types of situations in the environment, and due to the fact that I was in financial, crisis, I wasn't really able to pursue the career the way I wanted to. Going out there and being out there in public and tattooing amongst the masses. It became really difficult, and it became really hard for me to pursue. So I started doing tattoo mobile services. I ended up getting some stickers and tattooed them on the back of my car. I ended up putting my little label out there, and I started doing tattoos. And I started doing tattoos here and there. I started doing names. I started off with names, some drawings. My very first tattoos that I started off came out really clean, really nice. And so after that, I just decided to continue. And then after a while, I came up with the title of Pujabi Tattoos, and I just decided to go pro. And I know that I might not be in a tattoo shop, like an actual tattoo shop, but this is becoming a tattoo shop right here. It's gonna be a place where I can tattoo. It's gonna be a place where you could come get your tattoo, and it's gonna be open to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get some ink work, some of my ink work, and the styles that I could tattoo, you're welcome. And you're welcome to come and get your tattoo artwork by me. You know, so because it became difficult, I had to switch up on things. I had to make decisions. I had to make some kind of sacrifices. I had to go ahead and take the initiative, and I am here now, and I am actually able to come on camera, come on live. I'm able to show some actual proof that this is really happening. When it comes to my inks and when it comes to my supplies, I make sure that I get my supplies from who I'm supposed to get my supplies from. So I'm taking this very serious, and I'm being very honest. I'm an upcoming tattoo artist, and I don't consider myself a scratcher. I don't consider myself the best of the best or anything like that. But I am going pro. You know what I'm saying? So I am being very serious about the tattoo work that I do. I know a lot of people want to get cheap work tattoos or cheap tattoos, or more pay cheap prices for the tattoos, and I understand that. So you go to different places and you get your tattoo work done, and then I'll get into all that after. But so you go to these places and you get your tattoo work. So when it comes to all these kinds of huffing and puffing, and then I'll blow your house down, or you can't blow my house down. All these kinds of arguments and fighting and bickering that these guys are this guys and these guys are this guys. It gets to a point where someone like me, who's actually taking this seriously, um, somebody like me steps in, and somebody like me, decides to want to pursue this as a career, and stumbles across all this drama that's happening in the industry. Uh, it makes it difficult for somebody like me to be able to come up and follow and pursue a passion or a career that they have. I believe that I've actually found something that I like to do, something that I want to do, something that I want to pursue. I don't feel like getting a job like other people right now. I've already had a job. I just quit a job that I just had, and it's because I wasn't really feeling it. I'm used to doing things in another way. I'm used to making my money in another way, and having to stand and talk to people for 8 hours or 6 hours. It wasn't working out for me. It just wasn't happening. My mind was just too distracted. I was too focused I was just too focused on what I'm doing right now. I was too busy trying to find ways to get the studio together, you know, to get the shop area together, to get the tattoo area together and equipment. So it wasn't working for me. It wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening the way I wanted to. So I had to quit the job. I'm not a lazy individual or anything like that. Obviously, you can see around me. It's just that I just feel more comfortable doing what I have to do. So, um, you know, stepping up in this field and stepping up in the industry and trying to go big and trying to make it happen, you know, it wasn't really easy for me. And all this isn't easy. And it isn't easy to do tattoos. And it isn't easy to find people that want to get tattoo work from you. And, you know, I just want to talk about that right now. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to be live right now. I'm going to go ahead and smoke some ganja right now, too. I don't really smoke while I tattoo. I don't like to smoke while I'm tattooing. If people understand that I'm Prop 215 and 420 friendly, then you understand that I like to smoke weed. And I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to try to beat around the bush. This is the way I want you to see me. I want you to get to know me for who I am, what I like to do. I mean, not everything specifically, but I want you to know me for who I am. I want you to know this tattoo artist. I want you to know your tattoo artist, or I want you to know your future tattoo artist, and that's me. You know, if I ever become your tattoo artist, I want you to get a little idea of me and you know, some of my views and what I kind of think about tattoos. This video might be an hour. This video might be a half hour. This little clip might be, you know, but I just want you to get the hint and understand where I stand and where I'm at. So, you know, I am at the moment around my 30s, and I'm a tattoo artist, and I've been tattooing, like I said, for 3.5 years. It hasn't been easy in tattooing. I started tattooing mobile, and I started going to people's places to tattoo, and in doing so, I managed to do what I have to do, and I managed to actually come out with some pretty clean, nice work. Along the way, I had some bumps. Along the way, I came across certain types of turbulence, but you know, I'm here, and I'm not gonna give up, and I'm not gonna quit anytime soon. So, you know, I just want to share with you some information about, you know, the safety about tattoos and what I encourage and what I think should be done. I know that nowadays, you know, you have professional tattoo artists out there, people that are just killing it, ripping it, you know what I'm saying? You know, their tattoo work is just fabulous. It's amazing. It's awesome. You know, it makes you want to get some. But, you know, the price is high and you're just not able to afford your tattoo work. And then sometimes some of you like to go to places where you can afford your tattoo work. And it kind of varies how your tattoo work's going to come out, because you could go to a shop and you could go to all these other places that say that they're good, just like shops, and you know their tattoo work is mediocre. The tattoo work is not really upholding to its standard, you know. So sometimes you just regret your tattoo and don't want to get no more tattoos, or want to get your tattoo lasered or covered up. So because of those kinds of reasons, you know, it hasn't really been easy for me to tattoo. It hasn't really been easy for me to come up in this career and show my face, you know, in public, because that's something I really want to do. I want to be out there. I want to be in conventions, and I want to be tattooing. And I haven't really been able to, you know, do none of that because it's just really difficult right now. You know, I need it. A lot of people, you know, want to go to a tattoo shop. A lot of people, you know, are convinced that the tattoo shop is the spot and it's the place to go to, and that's where it's safest, and that's where they know how to tattoo, and that's where you can get the best tattoo work. But it's not always like that, and it's not always like that in tattoo shops. All tattoos, and I'm just gonna keep it real, you know. You could go to a tattoo shop and their equipment and their stuff is not sterile. They cross-contaminate. They got lazy, or they just decided to just open up a shop and didn't really care about the art. Didn't really care about the actual seriousness about pursuing it, you know, in the way that others want to pursue it. So, you know, you have a variety of kinds of people out there tattooing right now. You got those that they want to call scratchers. You know, you got those that want to call themselves pro. You know, you got apprenticeships. You know what I'm saying? You got all this, you know, kind of drama going around. And, you know, because of all that drama, it makes it difficult for people like me to be able to tattoo. It makes it difficult for me to be recognized, it makes it difficult for me to be known. And that's kind of something I don't really feel like going through. So I just want to put it out there. And if this is a boundary, then this is a boundary, you know. But I just want to get into that main part right now. You know, me coming up and tattooing and me showing my work, my tattoo work, it hasn't been something so pleasant. I haven't always gotten the best response or the most positive response from my tattoo work, but in other places I get, you know, pretty much smothered and all that. And you know, it could be because of certain people's views, you know, or it could be because people don't got nothing better to do, so they want to mess with somebody. Whatever the reason is that there's negativity out there in the industry, you know, it's not really cool and it's not positive. Um, Me, I'm the type of individual that doesn't play. I don't mess around. I don't play around. I don't play those kind of mind games, and I don't got time to play around with you or the canvas or anybody like that. You know, my mind right now, and me, myself, and I'm too focused in this kind of career. I'm too determined, and you know, I've already made up my mind. I've already decided what I want to do. And you know, when you have people, and when there's people there's complimenting my work, and there's people that are talking about my work, you know, it's kind of like you know, like yo, you know, I don't need to hear that, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of that. And it happens, and I've gone through it. I've been called a scratcher. I've been told, you know, that, you know, somebody should cut my hands off. And, you know, these people are people that you have around you, you know what I'm saying? They could be your neighbor. It could be your friend that said this to me, you know what I'm saying? It could be somebody that just wasn't really either thinking properly, or their views are just really, um, like corrupted. You know what I'm saying? They might think that their views are okay and that what they see their way is the way it is, but sometimes it doesn't come out that way when they talk it or when they, you know, express it. So I don't see it that way. I don't hear it that way. You know, when somebody tells me that somebody should cut my hands off, you know, or when they're saying that my work's a piece of shit work. Well, excuse my language. I don't mean to say it like that, but you know, when they say things like that. So, you know, I personally continue moving on. I personally continue doing what I have to do, and I make sure that I am where I'm supposed to be at in tattooing. You know, so I actually rate I actually have a rating scale. You know what I'm saying, from 1 to 5, and 5 is like pretty much one of the best tattoo artists there is. You know, to 1, you know, being the beginner in tattooing. And, you know, I've put myself in between both of them, pretty much on a 3, you know what I'm saying, because I could tattoo that good. I'm not, you know, we could probably say 3.5, but, you know, I put myself there. A lot of people might not agree with the work that I do, you know what I'm saying. I do cultural work, as you see right there, you know what I mean. So I do tattoo work like this, you know what I mean. I could do tattoo work like this on this side. But you know, not everybody has had the chance to see my work. Not everybody has had the chance to see my tattoo work, and not everybody will agree with it. I understand everybody has a preference. Some people have, you know, gone to tattoo shops. Some people have gotten tattooed by some famous tattoo artists. Well, I'm not that famous, you know what I'm saying? And I just started tattooing. So you got to understand that, you know, my views or the way you see things, I don't see it that way, you know? But I'm understanding and I understand. So, you know, I've gone through that. I've gone through being called a scratcher. You know, people have told me to stop tattooing or stop what I'm doing. Some people have told me that I'm messing up people. You know, some tattoo artists who think they're the best or because they're in the shop have even told me to quit. And I don't quit. I don't give up, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna be called no scratcher. I'm not gonna be called anything like this because I don't have those views. I didn't come into tattooing with those views of being called a scratcher, or being put down by other tattoo artists. You know what I'm saying? I came into the industry, or I came into the field, you know, with the determination that, you know, I have to be one of the best. I have to be you know, amongst the best. I didn't you know, I could have said I want to be the best, but you know, I decided to be cool about it. And I say I want to be amongst the best. You know what I'm saying? I want to master the skill. I want to be able to, you know, show the artwork that I can do on a different type of canvas, on a different type of layer, texture. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so amazing about tattooing to me. You know, the fact that I can draw and I could put it on your skin. you know. And so, I've gone through that and I've been put down, people have laughed at my work, but I don't quit. I don't give up. Not everybody can do something like that up there. You know what I'm saying? Not anybody can do an Aztec, character. You know what I'm saying? Not anybody can do an Aztec eagle that's on the flag. You know what I'm saying? Not anybody could tattoo roses. You know what I mean? So, I've done and I've been able to produce work here and there. So it's not easy to tattoo, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ever think about tattooing, or if you ever think about doing something, I'll be honest with you, and I'll tell you the honest truth. It's not easy, and it's not, the results are not always the way that you're gonna think they're gonna be. You have to understand the texture. You have to understand the canvas. You have to understand your tools. You know what I mean? You have to understand what you're doing with the fluids or the inks that you're using. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand it. Like, you gotta sense it. You gotta be like one with the tattooing. You know what I'm saying? Because tattooing is not easy. To do a tattoo is not easy. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest and I'll be straightforward with you. It wasn't easy for me to tattoo. So, I've managed to do what I got to do, and I've managed to pull my work off. I managed to go ahead and kick some butt, and some of this work I am pleased with, and some work, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the beginning, it wasn't the best work, but it looks cool and it looks decent. Now, after my time and stuff, and doing my tattoo work, I've gotten a better understanding of what I'm doing. I got the experience on some of the skins. Um, and so, I managed to do what I got to do. I didn't start off messing up people, like, what I'm saying. I didn't start off with, wanting to tattoo somebody because I wanted to do a tattoo, and I didn't really care about, the way the artwork was going to come. I didn't start off with that. I started off with the mentality that I can draw, that I can do something, and that I could make it happen. And so I did, you know what I mean? And so far it's been cool. So far it's been great. So far, whatever I've been able to pull off, I've been able to pull off. But when it comes to like having these, negative people, or people that are, that have gotten tattoos here and there, like canvas people, or either apprentice people, you know what I'm saying, or either just general people in tattoo shops, when their negativity comes out into the field, it makes it look really bad. It's really horrible because, first of all, they forget where they came from. You know what I mean? They don't acknowledge the fact that they started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? They don't acknowledge the fact that it took them that long to get there. You know what I mean? So they forget. I mean, or either they don't forget. They remember that it took them that long to get there, but they don't remember that they had to start from somewhere. So it's really strange, when you have, somebody that's claiming to be professional, but their work is not holding up. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. Believe me, I've done my research. I've done my study. Watching Ink Master, you know what I'm saying, and Redemption, and Canvas is returning, and these people are supposed to be professionals, and they're supposed to be at a shop, but their work is just looking terrible after. It's crazy. It's crazy when they try to put somebody else down. It's crazy when they try to say that, you shouldn't be tattooing, or you shouldn't be. That's crazy, man. You should never tell somebody that they shouldn't do this or they shouldn't do that. You should encourage them to pursue it, and the type of matter that it should be pursued. You know what I mean? Instruct them about the safety. You know what I'm saying? Instructions are very important. So it's always good to, instruct them on the actual, steps they need to take, to be able to be one of the best. And if you're not one of the best and you're trying to act like one of the best, then it's better that you just be quiet, because you just never know. Somebody's going to pull your sheets and you might end up losing. So, my advice to tattoo artists in general, and people that are trying to come up in the tattoo field and are trying to, are trying to be, the best in tattooing, or are trying to be one of the best, or whatever your idea of tattoos that you want to do. I highly encourage, from my point of view, and I'll tell you straight up, and I will always be honest with you wherever I go. My idea and my concept and my views and my belief is that, if we happen to find ourselves on the same bus or on the same boat, or happen to have people that are trying to get on the boat or so, it's better to keep it positive. There's apprenticeships online. There are people that are willing to put shows so that you can learn how to tattoo. They're willing to give you tips, and so just keep it on the positive side. Give them the safety rules and the tips and what they got to do to be a tattoo artist or professional. Encourage safetyness. You know what I'm saying? And you have to tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? One day you could fall off as a tattoo artist, and somebody else could take that spot. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody would want to retire, or somebody might pass away, and so there's always somebody else coming up. You know what I mean? And in order for people to keep it at those heights, whoever's coming up has to learn how to keep it at that level. Um, we all know about tattoo work. It could look good or it could look messed up. You know what I mean? It could be a nice drawing, it could be an ugly drawing. But it's always like how some tattoo artists do it. It's always better to have a positive outlook on and how to improve the skill. You know, because I want to improve the skill. I want to do some really amazing work on people, and 5, 10 years later, it looks exactly the same, or it looks just like it should be. You know what I mean? I don't want to do a tattoo 5, 10 years later. I have to look at it and it looks like a mess. It's not even readable. It looks like blob on there. I don't want to do that. And I know there's tattoo artists that try to claim to be professional that have work like that. Their results are exactly like that. It's a blob. It's a blur. You can't even see anything. And then you see certain tattoo artists whose work 5, 10 years later, and it looks clean. So you have various tattoo artists in shops around the world whose work varies. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that as tattoo artists, as people in this field and in this industry, it's always very important that that what you need to do, that what has to happen. You know what I mean? Because if it doesn't happen the way, things are just not going to hold up. And you have to make sure it holds up. You have to make sure that, the rules are the rules. You have to make sure that people are cleaning this, that their stuff is clean. You have to make sure that they know how to draw. So it's very important that, it's positive out. It's very important that things are very positive out here. It's better to have a positive outlook because, you never know. There could be a innocent bystander passing by on the internet or around you, and you could be tattooing, or it could be a discussion about tattoos, and they could hear something as they pass by, something negative about tattoos or something. It's gonna discourage them to want to get tattooed. It's gonna discourage them to look and to view tattooing as something positive, as something that doesn't have no harm. If you have people out there being negative about tattooing, putting other artists down, talking really bad about artwork, and there's others that are going to hear about it, and not everybody's going to be encouraged to get a tattoo. So whether there be nice work or whether there be ugly work, it's better to be cool about it so that people's views are acceptable. You won't be accepted and I won't be accepted if people cannot view tattooing as something that's safe, something that's cool to do, something that's okay to do. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to hurt you. Something that they can embrace. That's something cultural, or something that they like. Something that they could like. It's very important that people do that people have a positive outlook on tattooing. And so, if I could stop all this drama between scratchers or between people that want to consider themselves professional because they work in a shop or they're licensed in a shop, if this could be stopped, it'll be better. It'll be better for me as an upcoming tattoo artist. It'll be better for the canvases. It'll be better for the people around you. It'll be better for you guys as well. I understand that not everybody knows how to draw and they're trying to tattoo. And I understand that not everybody knows how to tattoo, but they want to tattoo. And there's just different ideas to why, people want to do what they want to do. But I think it's better that you practice your safety, that you learn about the cross-contamination diseases and all that. I highly encourage that you learn that. I highly encourage that you learn how to draw. Um, that you do your research on tattoo artists and look at their work if you like it or not. Um, because you as a canvas and you as a tattoo artist, you have a responsibility. And as a tattoo artist, we have the responsibility of making sure that our equipment is clean and making sure that we do good artwork. And you as a canvas, you have to make sure that you find somebody that's clean, somebody that knows how to do good artwork, and you have the responsibility of taking care of your tattoo after. And then there's still the responsibility after that of you maintaining your tattoo in good condition. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes not everybody has to continue doing touch-ups on their tattoos. And it all varies and it all depends. But sometimes people need touch-ups, sometimes they don't. And it all varies on you, how you take care of your tattoo, um, pretty much, you know. And you have that right there. You have that out there. You should be able to understand that tattooing is not easy. Tattoos are not cheap, and there's a reason to why they talk about cheap tattoos and expensive tattoos, um, and why they come out the way they come. And it's better that you look for somebody that knows what they're doing. That you look for somebody that knows exactly what should be done. Because anybody could do a tattoo. Anybody could do a dot. Anybody could do a line. And it could be called a tattoo. But when it comes to artwork, which is the main basic word, art, draw. When it comes to that, it's a whole different field already. You're on a whole different level. You're not talking about scratches. You're not talking about dots. You're not talking about lines. You're talking about artwork. So if you're looking at artwork and you're looking for tattoo artwork, you want to look for an actual tattoo artist. You know what I'm saying? And it's basic and it's simple for you to understand that. You don't have to go through this drama no more with people in different areas putting down people or trying to make themselves. You don't have to do none of that stuff. You have no reason to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? You could just chill, you could relax, and you could do your research and find who you want to get tattooed by. So I just basically wanted to put that out there about the differences between scratches and all that. I don't think tattoo artists who consider themselves professionals should act like fools or ignorant or like little kids. If you don't like what's happening around you, you don't have to look at it. You don't have to view it. You don't have to say anything. You know what I mean? Because you already know what's going to happen. So if you already know, there's no reason for you to get into any kind of drama. You just be ready for whatever you already know is going to happen to happen. And if you want to discourage people from getting tattoo work, you know what I'm saying, or if you want to encourage people to get tattoo work by other people that know how to tattoo, then find a positive way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't put somebody else down just to, make it, look good. Everybody that's in this field understands what it takes. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that understand that. Excuse me, I'm rolling a quick blunt. So I'm Prop 215 friendly. I smoke ganja. I don't tattoo and smoke weed at the same time. Well, I don't like to. I don't like to tattoo and smoke weed at the same time. So, but if you ever come and get a session by me and you like to smoke weed, and you want to smoke weed after the session, we could smoke. We could smoke some weed. It's okay. There's no harm to it. It's legal here in California now, so as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we should be fine. We'll be all right. But anyhow, that's that pretty much on the scratcher and the professional kind of drama thing. I don't think it should be happening. I think, you as an upcoming tattoo artist, you should do your research and you should find out what you need to do. And you as a professional, you should be ready if you really care or if you don't care. Because obviously, if you're telling them something, you must care about what you're doing. So if you care that much tell that person and share the information that you need to share with that person, and encourage that person to be a better tattoo artist. You know what I'm saying? Encourage the safety. Tell them where they could get their gear at. Hook them up, lace them up, share with them that knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can make a difference, bro, or sis, or whoever is listening right now. So I do this because, you know, I'm already fed up with hearing drama. I'm already fed up with hearing all these type of things, you know. Um, Pretty much, and that's the bottom line. Now to talk about tattoo styles and, you know, types of tattoo forms they have out there. So when it comes to artwork style, the type of art styles that they have, you know, there's different names for different types of art styles, right? You know, art is art, but you know, not everybody's getting the same type of artwork, you know. So they have different styles, you know. They got neon, traditional, neo-traditional, traditional, or they got black, you know, all black, black and gray. They got color, surrealism, color realism, you know. They got all these different kinds of styles, you know, polka dot, line work, you know. So when it comes to styles of tattoos, and you know, you're a canvas, and this one's for the canvas for the people that want to get tattooed. You know, if you like a certain style, I understand that. If you don't like a certain style and you like a lot of styles or so, you know, I understand that part too. When you come up and when you want to get a tattoo and you want to select or choose a type of style, you know, usually you're going to go for something that you like, right? Obviously. But if you don't have an idea and you just want to get a tattoo, and you want your tattoo artist or whoever you go look for to give you a tattoo to come up with an idea for the tattoo. Excuse me. I was trying to talk and smoke at the same time, but you don't want to do that. You know, when you go up to your tattoo artist or wherever you go, you know, usually you want to go prepared. You know, you don't want to go in there. You don't want to say, "Oh, hey, you know, I want a tattoo, but I really don't want. I really don't know what I want to get." You know, me as a tattoo artist, I'm not gonna be able to guess, you know, what you like or what you want to get, because, you know, I could come up with something that I've made or something that I thought, and I'm gonna want to offer you that. But you know, let's say you say yes, and then later on down the road you don't like it, and then you want to complain about it. You know, so you know you got to be careful about that. You know, you don't want to just go, you know, yes, or you know, you don't want to be unprepared for it. So there's a lot of different styles of artwork out there. You know, you got, like I said, you got those base names, you know, realism, neo-traditional, you know, you got color realism, you got black and gray, you got all black, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got blackout tattoos, and you know they're improving. You know, you got color, you know, watercolor tattoos. So, you know, the tattoo art is improving, and it's stepping up to another level, and I'm glad that it is, because that allows me to push myself further. I didn't really believe that, you know. Well, I did come with the belief that tattoo work can be done the way you want it to be done, but when the application, or when it comes to the application, or when it comes to applying the tattoo and doing the tattoo, the result is very different. You know, the result is very different. It's not like it's on paper. It's not like it's on a canvas that you could draw or paint on. It's a whole different texture, and it's a whole different experience. And doing so, the artwork is different. You know what I mean? The artwork, you know, it varies. And so, you know, I myself, and I'm just gonna jump to myself. I myself, you know, I'm able to do a certain type of artwork. I'm able to do um, what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I specialize in black. I specialize in black and gray. I do black and gray. I specialize in traditional cultural tattoo artwork, Aztec work, I'm trying to get into like koi fish, dragons. So I you know, I specialize in realism. You know what I mean? Pretty much surrealism or realism. I use light sources, and that's how I tattoo. That's how I draw. So I pretty much try to tattoo in the way that I can draw. You know what I mean? And it's not easy because you know there's you know people have a variety of selection of tattoos. So I'm pretty much on that. You know, I'm on that side of the field. I'm on that part where you know that's my skill level. I could do that all day. I can also do tribal work and customize tribal work and lettering. So you know that's what I can. That's what I'm good at. You know, and that's what I you know prefer to do. If I was to you know improve or try to improve my skill like everybody else, you know what I mean? I would try to do and push it, you know, to another level. You know, and I've also come up with my own little style of tattooing. I've come up with an old style, and it's called black and white. And if it's out there, it's out there. I haven't seen it. Nobody has. I haven't really seen it on anybody like the way I want to do it. And I'm gonna be showing people that. I'm gonna be showing the new style, but it's called black and white, and it consists of 2 sessions. Most likely, each session consists of 4 hours to 8 hours, and it all varies on the art piece, you know, and the detail. So just like every other tattoo artist and styles that they have out there, you know, I also you know have a style myself. And it's pretty simple. You can see behind me, you know, what I got. I got cultural, and you can see that I got, you know, faces, and I got what I could draw. And I want you to see that because I don't want you to think that, you know, you're coming to a tattoo artist that doesn't know how to draw or anything like that. You know, I want you to feel secure, and I want you to feel safe when you come get tattooed by me. So that's pretty much based on that part right there for the canvases. You know what I mean? When it comes to picking a tattoo, you want to know what you like. You want to know what you want to get. You want to search within yourself or your mind the things that you like. You know what I'm saying? You could like ice cream, or you could like sodas, or you could like the beach, or you could like trees, or you could like butterflies, and all of those, you know, contribute to the concept of a tattoo that you want to get. You know, so you want to think that way. You want to have your mind prepared for when you get your tattoo. You know what I mean? You some days, one of these days, you know, or on a certain occasion, you could be walking down the street and you see a sticker and you like the art piece and you want to get that art piece, so you want to find a way to keep that art piece, and you like it so much that you're willing to get it tattooed. Things happen like that. There's a reason to why tattoos arise. So I want you to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that there are other tattoo artists that want you to be prepared as well when it comes to you selecting the tattoo that you want to get. And that's on that part right there. um, so I realized that tattoos are expensive, and I realized that that's probably sometimes one of the reasons to why there's traffic and why there's sometimes no traffic. And you know, I'll give you an advice, and I'll be honest with you. On my banner that I'll be showing when I go to conventions and shows, or whenever I host a show somewhere, anywhere, my banner says on top, it says, "Do what you can where you are with what you have." So, you know, sometimes you have to find a tattoo artist that's on that budget level, and sometimes, you know, you just have to accumulate what you need to accumulate to get your tattoo. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that there are people that are willing to save up money, and there are people that want to save money, and there are people that want to spend less for a tattoo. And, you know, prices really vary, you know what I'm saying? And they vary on the tattoo artist as well. You know, it's always not really kind, and it's not really nice to go into a business, you know, that's not really comparing prices with other businesses. You know, sometimes, yeah, you have businesses that are willing to compare prices with other businesses and stuff, but when it comes to tattoo, it's not really, you know, it's not really like, you know, this guy is willing to charge me $100 for this size piece, but I go over here, you know what I mean? And this person over here is willing to charge me, you know, 300. So it's not always kind to go to that one that says 300 and say, oh, this guy is willing to do it for 100. Because first of all, they're not really going to believe you all the time. And if they are willing to charge you that much, most likely, like anybody else will tell you, then just go to the other guy if you only want to spend so much money. You know what I'm saying? Don't even bother. Don't even waste your time on comparing prices with any tattoo artist, because every tattoo artist has their own opinion about their work. Every tattoo artist has had their experience, and everyone knows how long it takes to do a tattoo. You know, so you kind of want to be respectful on that level too when you go check out the price of a tattoo. Some have minimum prices, you know, others have a certain type of minimum price, and it all varies. You know, it's just better for you to be kind and be respectful about it, and just not be rude. You know, and that's pretty much how it is. You know, it's just, you know, you want to invest your time and you want to invest your money in something cool, and you want to make sure that you know exactly what you really want to do with your life. So when it comes to prices, you know, me as a tattoo artist, I came to the you know, I experienced it one time. You know, I I charged somebody well, you know, I gave somebody a quote, and you know that's what it was for that tattoo. And this tattoo, I would have normally, I would have mind knocking it out right away, but I wasn't really able to knock out the tattoo work, you know, right away. I wasn't really able to do it to the expectation that if you draw it on a piece of paper, it's only going to take so long compared to when you do it on skin. And I went in there with the thought that I would be done within a certain amount of time, but I wasn't, And then when I came to it and I thought about the quote, I just, I was thinking that maybe I should have, upped the quote, and I would have been satisfied. I ended up doing a tattoo that took me like 4 to 5 hours, and I wasn't really feeling it, people. I wasn't feeling it, and I had to suck it up, and I had to do what I had to do, and I had to move on. So when it comes to a tattoo, tattoos are not easy, especially when you get yourself artwork. You know what I mean? When you find a tattoo artist that knows how to draw, just know that that drawing is gonna take some time. And you got to be prepared. You got to be able to endure. You got to be able to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to afford it, because tattoos are not easy to apply, and they take time, and it's on your body for the rest of your life. So think and spend wisely, and um, be careful with what you do or the choices you make, so that way later on you don't regret it. You know what I mean? Bottom line, period. So that's pretty much that on that. And pretty much, I guess that pretty much sums it up for what I wanted to talk about on Buhavi Tattoos. Um, I am the NAMAH from Buhavi Tattoos, and this is an actual live recording right here. There's nothing being made up or anything like that. I made this in my little spot right now where I'm at the studio. Um, I don't have all those little gadgets to make my videos look cool. So you get what you get. You know what I mean? Later on, I'll be posting videos. I will be recording videos of my sessions, and I'll be sharing some of my artwork right here. So, if you want to subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow. And then later on, if we meet, and I'll hook you up with the tattoo. I just wanted to share that information. I think, there shouldn't be that drama at all. I think that everybody should be well informed, whether they are upcoming tattoo artists, whether they're a canvas, or whether they're a professional tattoo artist. Everybody should be informed about the safety of tattoos. What could happen if you're not clean with your equipment? What could happen if you're not sterile? What could happen with the canvas if the canvas doesn't take care of themselves? We want to make sure that we got this on lock. I'm just coming up. I just started tattooing not too long ago. I haven't had the best of times in tattooing, but I'm right here, and I'm on YouTube now. You could Google me, Buhavi Tattoos, and you'll find me. If you want to set up an appointment with me, the best way to get a hold of me is by emailing me to my email, which is samhamai3 and that's SAMGHAMAITRI@gmail.com. And I'm currently in San Jose, California, and I'm home based right now. I'm actually at the studio. It's actually a little studio, so I'm home based at the studio, and so that's the best way. So if you fly out here, and you want to get some of my work, you know what I'm saying, just let me know ahead of time, and let me know what's up. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can find me on Yelp. You can Wix. You can find me on GoFundMe. I put up a GoFundMe, but you can find me there too. I was trying to get a little mobile tattoo shop because I had injured my back, so I wasn't able to work, but that's not going to be happening, so I might end up taking that. But you could Google Mojave Tattoos, and you'll be able to find me. And private message me or something. I don't have my phone number on here, but later on, once I can provide my phone number, I will do that. I just don't want to be getting prank calls or anything like that. So, but that's pretty much about that. This pretty much about sums it up with what I wanted to talk about and share. Later on, I'll be able to share with you some more work, and I'll be able to help you out, or maybe give you some feedback or some insight on tattoos and tattoo art styles and all that. I just want to be able to keep it positive and make sure that everybody's happy. And for all the 420 Prop 215 patients out there across the whole United States, wherever you're at in the world, continue that safe healing. You need it, and it's something that you really need for yourselves. And share the knowledge with everybody that you can share the knowledge with. Make sure that they know the safety about natural herbs, because I'm also a patient. I have a lower back injury, and I believe in the cure. So for everybody that's watching this, I'm the NAMAH from Mojave Tattoos. I'm Prop 215, 420 friendly, and check me out on Google. I'm out of here, everybody. You all take care of yourselves, man. Try to keep it positive. Follow me, check me out, look me up, and whatever I have the work available on the site, that's what I got. Most of these pictures were not the best pictures, so I don't have a camera, and I don't have an actual camera. So whatever pictures I have, or whatever I printed, it's all natural. None of it's really enhanced. If you see some drawings or some pictures that are framed up or written, those were just edited to make them look a little bit nicer. You know what I mean? But the picture was never really changed. And if there is black and gray or whatever, like pictures, that's because they were changed. But none of that picture was touched up. None of the tattoo work is touched up. It's all legit, natural, 100% real tattoo ink. I just want you to know that I'm the actual artist of all this work. And if there's tattoo work that's not mine, I will let you know that I didn't do that work. So, so when you check me out, you got a lot of close-ups of my work. Not all of them are like from the distance, so you'll be able to see up close, and you'll see the detail, and you'll be amazed that, like, whoa, if this is up close, how does it look from afar? You'll be like, man, it looks really clean. But I'm just telling you that, my pictures are not the best pictures, but enjoy. So, shouts out to everybody around the world. I send my kindness and my respect to everybody in all directions. You know what I mean? It's nice to meet you as well. My name's, I'm the NAMAH from Mojave Tattoos, and it's a pleasure to meet everybody. Take care, everybody. Everybody be good. Everybody be kind to one another. Get tattooed. Find a cure that's safe for you. And keep it real, everybody. And keep it straight. All right, man. I'm out of here. Take care.